Yeah, how was it watching AJ in the front office make all these moves and continue to add on to a team that already made it to the postseason last year?
Super exciting. Really enjoyable, and like you said, you're always ready for a surprise, and it's going to be exciting. Looking forward to the year.
I know you were with the team, a big part of the season last year and certainly during an important part of it, but still a new spring training site for you, getting a chance to meet and learn a lot of new guys. How's that transition going for you?
Yeah, I mean, my teammates are phenomenal. I'm getting to meet all the new guys, and like you said, it's just good to see guys coming back. It's good to get the team together. Anytime you get to be around your teammates, always makes for a fun upcoming season.
I know you weren't in the spring training site last year, but just your sense of what you're seeing, sort of the tone. Is there a certain swagger that's going on right now that's carrying over from what you guys accomplished last year?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like we got our leaders in the clubhouse. They always carry that swagger, and it's hard not to follow it. And I think as a team, you kind of feed off of each other, and this team definitely has it.
Last year, you showed that you can pick up a pitching staff as quickly as anybody. It seemed like overnight you learned the entire Padres staff last year when you came over and handled them brilliantly. But still, with some of the new faces here, what is it that you want to talk to Blake Snell about and Yu Darvish about and Musgrove, those guys, what helps you to understand how to work with them better?
I'd like to have conversations and just get to know them as a person, and then to see what kind of competitors they are. And we just watching them on TV and watching them do their thing, they're definitely big time competitors. And just for me, I'm here to basically be a servant to them and help them in whatever they need and whatever I can help them become a better player.
Will it be helpful to have Victor there to maybe understand Yu Darvish a little bit more since he's worked with him before? Are you guys going to be able to share information with each other about some of the guys that you've worked with?
Absolutely. We're already sharing information. I was able to be with Victor, in one fall league as well. So have a good relationship with him. And, we're always bouncing things off each other and how to, help our staff and help our team.
Thanks, Austin.
Thanks,
Next we'll
Bob.
go to Andy Halburn.
Hey Austin, like Scan said, you were really thrown into the fire last year. How does it feel coming into this one, just knowing you're going to have some time to get to know everyone, time to sort of learn the organization better and just kind of slow down a little bit?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to get to know all our guys and get a little bit better. Being around them spring training, you get a little bit more time than you do in the season. Obviously, we were only at the field for a certain amount of time last year, so spring training is going to offer way more time to, get to know our players and get to, be around our teammates.
Does it just help with you too, just confidence-wise?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, the time is on our side for this spring training. We have a lot more time and a lot more ability to, have those conversations that you need to, to gain trust and to just become a better teammate for these guys. And obviously from the catcher position, it's something you need to be able to be good at.
And last one, just from your vantage point, looking at this rotation, how nasty can this rotation be? What do you see as far as the talent that this rotation could have?
Yeah, there's so much talent in the rotation. There's so much talent in all our pitchers in this organization. That's one thing I notice here is that we breed an extremely competitive and pitcher that is always getting better. And like I said, these guys continue to get better, and it's exciting to catch them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next we'll go to Jeff Sanders, UT.
Yeah, Austin, this is kind of an offshoot. Darvish, Musgrove, and Snell, you learned they were coming over. How soon do you start studying? I mean, do you turn on film right away? I mean, when do you start that process?
Yeah, I got to face all of them, in the box. So for me, I know what their pitches look like from a hitter standpoint. It's just a matter of why. And I got to watch a lot on TV, obviously, of Snell and Darvish and all our guys. It's just lining those two up, and that's the best part about it, is that you can get two perspectives before you even catch them, which you can kind of start formulating a plan and obviously talking to them, which is big, and because you want to know what they like to do and what they're successful at and what in their minds is what makes them successful.
Do you expect to work elsewhere besides catcher this spring, and how much, and what do you think of that?
I've been a utility player for the past couple of years, so I really like to dive into my catching and try to continually improve on that. But I could be, obviously emergency situations or at any point, any time we need. I'm doing whatever I can to help the team. That's basically my bottom line.
Has the team asked you about playing other positions this spring?
I haven't really talked about it with anybody. So I have a history of playing other positions. So I'm able to do it. And at the end of the day, it's whatever we need to do to help us win.
Great, thank you.
AJ Cassavell.
Austin, from your experience, how how can having so many good pitchers with kind of different mixes help make the pitching staff better just in the way they communicate with each other? Like, what's the process of that look like in terms of kind of the collective maybe being better than some of the individual?
Yeah, using each guy's stuff and what they do really well. I mean, that's the big thing is, their strengths, how they get hitters out, what their confidence is, what are their cues to help them, move through and have the most successful inning that they can have. And I think if you do that over an inning, over each out, over each batter, over time, that comes into being, obviously a winning club. And it starts on the mound, and we definitely have the talent and the guys to be able to do it. And like you said, it's just a matter of learning, what makes them tick.
Jay said you worked with Luis Camposano a little bit. What are your impressions of what he could bring?
Yeah, I love his energy. He has an extremely gifted, just all-around work ethic. I love, how he works. I love how he gets after it, and he's taught me so much of just how he prepares and learning, how his mind works. And we've definitely been able to bounce a lot of things off of and work on things, that maybe I need to work on that he already has in his toolbox, and vice versa. So that's been big to be able to bounce some things off each other and, be able to work together in the offseason.
All right, next up, we will go to Dennis Lynn.
Hey, Austin, you mentioned talking to Caratini about Darvish earlier. I was wondering if both of you stay healthy, hopefully that's the case. Do you expect to catch Darvish at all, and have you caught him in a bullpen yet?
Like you said, it all matters of obviously both of us staying healthy, and we're always there. Whatever we need as a team to move forward, I think that's the biggest thing. And like I said, I've caught some guys as well that I'm going to help him with, because you never know what's going to happen during the season. It's a long season, so at the end of the day, we're just going to continue to bounce information off and how we can make our pitching staff better.
Have you caught Darvish yet?
I have not, not yet.
I'm guessing you're looking forward to that.
Yeah, I got a chance to face him in a couple spring trainings, so he's definitely nasty. He's got some unbelievable stuff, so looking forward to being on the same team.
All right, next we'll go to Tony Alvarez.
Thanks, Rick. Hey, Austin. Just, I guess, talking a little bit about working with the guys you already worked with last season, and I guess just continuing to grow together on that sense of knowing the guy you talked about. You want to get to know the new pitchers personally, on a personal level, then go on the field. Now that you know those guys from last year, what are you most looking forward with Paddock and obviously all those guys that you worked on last year?
Yeah, we can always build. We can always get better, and they're always getting better. I mean, our rotation, our guys, all our pitchers, like I said, are always working to improve. If you're staying the same, you're not getting better in this league, and they're always working to improve. So just learning the things that they've worked on in the offseason and that they want to move forward with is always big to know, and how it's developing, because I'm seeing it from a different perspective. Victor and Campy are always seeing it from different perspectives. We can all use that information of what they are trying to get better at, and that's how we're going to help our pitchers the best, because we always have to be improving to get better.
And I guess just a quick follow-up on the way you did your off-season with the job certainty, being on a team, hopefully long-term. How is that whole process of working in? And I guess going from a 162 game season to a short season and now back to a 162, anything that has changed, or pretty much everyone's on pace towards the date you want to be on the best level, come opening day?
Yeah, I mean, all we can do is prepare, and like I said, all we can do as a team is prepare like we've always prepared. I mean, it's unprecedented territory to have the 162 and then you go to a short season. I don't know many people that have done that. I mean, as far as like we don't have a whole lot of something to look at how to prepare. So I think it's just doing what you always have done, and work smart, obviously, and learn how to build up. I think that's a big key, is just learning to build up and become better and better, and let the body ease into it and learn how to adjust to this.
Thank you.
All right, you have any other questions for Austin? Okay.
I have a quick follow-up. I just wanted to.
Sure.
You say you faced Musgrove and Snell and Darvish, but you didn't face them much each. I think you maybe faced them each a couple times, mostly in spring. Like, how much do you genuinely learn from facing those guys one or two times, and take that into applying that as a catcher for them?
Yeah, I remember. You can remember off of really good pitchers. You can remember like their one pitch that they had, because they're going to throw it, and I always remember on each one of those guys, they had a certain pitch, and then that was their go-to pitch. And as a catcher, you can say, all right, that's in his back pocket. That is one of his confidence pitches. So to know that and to know, what really in the big situations, what he likes to go to. And as a hitter, you face it, you kind of have an idea, you study it. So as a catcher now, it's going to be studying some different angles, but it's still always knowing that. It's still, you remember, you don't ever forget a guy when he's got really good stuff.
I'll go back to Annie for a quick question.
Hey, Austin, just with all the protocols and all the downtime in spring training, what's the message among you guys? What will be different this year as far as how you will be able to be during spring training when you're not at the facility?
Yeah, we haven't really got the schedule quite yet on how it's going to be. I'm not too sure, but I've always known in my past spring trainings that there is downtime for sure. I mean, you are at the field a long time, and just using that time to the best of your abilities to improve a little bit on something, especially from the catching standpoint, is always big. There's always a conversation to be had and always somebody to get to know. And, when you have, a new team, like I said, this is only I've only been with the team for a certain amount of time. It's a very short period. I still got a lot of guys to get to know and have conversations with.
Yeah, and off the field as well, when you guys are away from the facility, has there been any talk as far as just handling the COVID stuff and not going out and things like that?
Yeah, it's gonna be different. It's definitely different than normal years for sure. We'll see how everything plays out, but I'm not sure how it's gonna play out on the off the field yet. We're gonna see whenever we get our full team together and are able to come up with some things that can help us.